Okay, so now on to the 10-2 homework, which was the matrix operations. And I'm going to teach it maybe a little bit different than I did in class. I'm going to actually go ahead and start plugging, even in problem 1, into the matrix function on the TI-84, just to get you used to it, so that when you do get to problems 3 and 4, it will be you will have already used the matrix function a couple of times on easier problems. So in number 1, it says the produce manager at a market orders 50 pounds of tomatoes, 30 pounds of zucchini, and 40 pounds of onions from a local farmer one week. The A part is simply to write a 1-by-3 matrix that represents the amount of each item ordered. Well, that is the answer would just simply be 50, 30, and 40. So that's all you would have to put in for the answer for the first part, and they're calling that matrix A. Now, I am going to show you how to do that on the calculator, again, just so that we get used to using the matrix function in the calculator. So you'll go to second, then above this x to the -1, you'll see there's the matrix function, so hit matrix. So I want to write in this matrix into this calculator. So I'm going to go over to edit, matrix A. So this first one, I want it to be 1-by-3. The last one I did was a 1-by-5, so I just needed to make it 1-by-3. And hit enter. Now, the first spot, again, it's got your old information in there, so I just need to make sure that my first one is 50, my second one is 30, and my fourth one is 40. So there's the first matrix. The second thing it wants you to do in problem 1 is the following week, the produce manager increases his order by 10%. So I want to get out of here, so I'm just going to second quit. The B matrix would just be 10% more than each of these. So all I'm doing is adding the 10%. So 10% of 50 would be 5. So if I add 5 to this, it's going to be 55. 10% of 30 is 3. So if I add 3 to this, it'll be 33. And 10% of 40 is 4. So if I add 4 to that, it's going to be 44. So that's what I want to enter as my second matrix, which is, this is just the answer to the B part. So no big deal, nothing hard about doing this. But again, to get used to the matrix function, go to second, matrix, go over to edit. Now I want to edit the second. I want to go into B and change it to this matrix. So I'll go over to edit first, then down to B, hit enter. Again, I want it to be 1 row, 3 columns. So I need it to be 1-by-3. And then enter these. 55 is my first one, 33 is my second one, and 44 is my third one. Now, get out all the way out of the matrix part of the calculator. So just go to second, quit. Now, here's the third part, because again, it wasn't hard to add these two things together, even in your head, to come up with what that's going to be. But further on in later problems, you'll see that learning how to do these matrix operations in your calculator is going to be very beneficial. So if I want to add, which is what the C part of this question is asking me, A plus B. Go back to just, so you did second quit, so you're back to just your plain screen. So to add matrix A to matrix B, simply go to second, matrix, it's on A, so just hit enter. So there's your matrix A on your home screen. Now I want to add it, so plus. Now I want to add it to matrix B, so I'll go to second, matrix, and then go down to B. So there's your matrix A plus matrix B, and hit enter. There's the answer that you get when you do A plus B. You got the matrix 105, 63, and 84. Again, that was just simply adding those together, but it's going to be beneficial later on. And then the problem asks, what does this matrix right here represent? Well, it just represents the total amount of each produce ordered in the 2 weeks. Okay? The second problem. So that was problem 1. Problem 2 says a 2-ounce serving of roasted skinless chicken breast contains 150 calories, 23 grams of protein, 5 grams of fat, 15 milligrams of calcium, and 62 milligrams of sodium. The potato salad contains, and then it gives you all of the information of the same things of the potato salad, and then it goes on about the broccoli with the same information about the broccoli. The first part of this question asks to write a 1x5 matrices for the chicken, the potato salad, and the broccoli. I'm going to put all that information in. So the chicken, again, I'm going to put this information into the matrix function. So go to second matrix, over to edit. So I'm going to go back into this one right here and make it the 1x5 with the chicken information. So I'm going to edit this first matrix. So this is going to be the first matrix, and it's 1x5 this time. Now, from the problem, it says the numbers are 150 calories for the first. The second thing it tells me is 23 grams of protein. The third is 5 grams of fat. The fourth thing is 15 milligrams of calcium. And then the last thing is 62 milligrams of sodium. So there's the chicken one. So there's that matrix. Now go to second, quit. Because I'm going to enter the same thing into 3 separate matrices. One for chicken, one for potato salad, and one for broccoli. So now let's go back to second matrix, over to edit. That first one was the chicken. Now I'm going to put the potato salad in B. So go down to B. Again, it's going to be 1x5. And then enter the same information for the potato salad. It has 190 calories, 6 grams of protein. The third one was 10 grams of fat. The fourth one was 26 milligrams of calcium and 653 milligrams of sodium. So that matrix B was for the potato salad. Now, second quit again and get out of there. Go back into second matrix, and this time go over to edit. And now we're going to go to this third one, and it's going to be the broccoli. So down to this third matrix for the broccoli. And it looks like I have already entered the information for the broccoli. It's 1x5, 50 calories, 4 grams of protein, 2 grams of fat, 77 milligrams of calcium, and 19 milligrams of sodium. So now that's what's going to give you. So those are the 1x5 matrices that go into the chicken, the potato salad, and the broccoli, which corresponds to matrix A, matrix B, and matrix C in the calculator. So when it wants the next part, it wants me to find the chicken plus 2 potato salads plus 2 broccolis. So that in my calculator would correspond to the A, because that was the chicken. The potato salad was the second matrix, so I'm going to need 2 times whatever the second matrix was. And then 2 times the broccoli was the third matrix. So let's just tell our calculator exactly what we want. So go to second, quit, back to your home screen. So chicken, so that was the first matrix. So go to second, matrix A. That was the chicken. Now what do I need? I need plus 2 times the potato salad, which was the second matrix. Or the B, the second matrix. So go to second matrix, down to this one. This one was the potato salad. That was the second one we put in. So go down to that one and hit enter. So do you see how it gives you 2 times the second matrix? Now it wants me to do 2 times the broccoli matrix. So the broccoli matrix was this last one. Okay, so go down. I want to add 2C to it. So chicken plus 2 of the broccoli plus 2 potato salad plus 2 broccoli, and hit enter. So this information, the matrix that it gives you when you do C plus 2P plus 2B, gives you 630, 43, 29, 221, and 1,406 for your answer, which represents the total nutritional value for a 2 ounce, for the 1 piece of chicken, the 2 half cups servings of potato salad, and the 2 broccoli spears. All right, the third problem. So if you'll look at this, this is why it's beneficial to have the matrix function in your calculator. You don't want to be working with all of these decimals, rows, and columns by hand. So the problem says, the food service manager at a large hospital is concerned about maintaining reasonable food costs. The following table lists the cost per serving in cents for items on 4 menus. On a particular day, a dietitian orders 64 meals from menu 1, 44 meals from menu 2, 97 meals from menu 3, and 55 meals from menu 4. Complete parts A through D below. Okay, the first one says, write information in the table as a 4 by 5 matrix M, which means go back to your matrix, go to second, quit, get out of here, just clear it. Go to second matrix. Again, I need to start all over, new problem, so I'm going to edit my first matrix. So this first matrix I want to edit, so hit enter. This time it tells me that the order of the matrix is going to be 4 by 5. So you need to tell it that first so it knows when to do the entries. So 4 by 5. And then enter this information from this table into that 4 by 5 matrix. So the first thing I have is 44.4. Go over to the next column, so that's going to be 6.4 over 10.4 over 7.8 over 8.3. So there's your first row. So then it goes down to your second row. So 52.9, 4.9, 9.6, 6.3, and 12.2. So there's the second row. So go to the third. Again, just reading off the table from the problem. 47.5, 8.5, 12.3, 8.9, and 9.5. So there's your third row. Going down to the fourth row, first column. That's what those numbers represent. Fourth row, first column is 51.2, 6.3, 11.9, 9.6, and 10.1. So there's the matrix that we're talking about. So that's this part right here. This matrix M is that 4 by 5 matrix that we just put into our calculator for the first matrix. The second part says, write a row matrix N that represents the number of meals ordered from each menu, which is given to you up in the problem. So I'm going to make a 1 row with these columns. So 64, 44, 97, and 55. So I had a second matrix. Over to edit again. This time I want to do my second matrix. And I need to make it 1 row 4 columns. So 1 by 4. And then enter the number of meals ordered. So let's see, it'll be 64, 44, 97, and 55. So there's the second one. So that's what's going to go into this N. Now, look what it says. It says find the product N times M. And that is very important because your M matrix was 4 by 5. Your N matrix was 1 by 4. If I am going to multiply matrices together, the first matrix that I'm multiplying, so you'll notice it says N times M and not the other way around. So my N matrix is 1 by 4. The second one, which is my M matrix, is 4 by 5. This column and this row have to match. Then once you multiply the two matrices together, your result will be a matrix of this order, which will be 1 by 5. So again, the columns of this first matrix have to match the row of the second matrix in order to multiply. So make sure when we go back into our calculator, this was actually the second matrix that we entered, and this was the first one. Because if you do the first one times the second one, the rows and columns won't match and they won't multiply together, which means I have to go in, so second, quit. So I'm doing the N, which was actually the second matrix. So go to second matrix. So that was the second one that we entered. Times the first matrix that we entered. So go back to second matrix, A, and hit enter. So this is the answer that it gives me. 12,592.7, 1,796.2, 2,935.6, and 2,000. Oh, I'm going to run out of room. 2167.7, and then the last one is 2,545. Okay, so these are actually up here. So that's what you get when you multiply the two together. So that's what's going to go right here for the N times N, that 1 by 5 matrices. And then what does that represent? It represents not an average, but a total of each food cost of each food for the, or each menu for the day. Oh no, each food, sorry. Okay. Number 4, last one. Number 4, the table below shows the number of each type of cookie in dozens that Karen sold in 1 week to 2 different coffee shops. So she sold chocolate chips, oatmeals, and peanut butters to Mugsy's Coffee Shop and the Coffee Club. It says, write the information in the table as a 3 by 2 matrix. So once again, go to second matrix, over to edit, and we're entering this information right here as a 3-row, 2-column matrix. So it needs to be 3 by 2, enter. And then enter this information into the matrices. So let's see, I have 9 over to 13, 3, 14, 8, 12. So there's my 3 by 2 matrix, which is what your S will be, that 3 by 2 matrix. Then it says write a row matrix C that represents the cost per dozen of the ingredients for each type of cookie. So here's the information that I need for that. Karen's cost to make 1 dozen cookies is $3 for chocolate chip, $3.50 for oatmeal, and $2.50 for peanut butter. So let's see, I'll go back, second quit, second matrix, over to edit, and now I'm editing the second matrix for what I need it to be. So again, it's going to be 1 row, 3 columns for the 3 different costs for the cookies. So the first one is $3. Second one is $3.50. And the third one is $2.50. So let's see. That's what's going to go into this C answer. Now it wants me to find the product of C times S. So if you recall, the C is the second one that you put in. The S is the first one that you put in. So just go back to your home screen. If you want to do C times S, second matrix. Now remember, C was this one. So go down to that one and hit enter. Times S. S was that first one, right? That was this one that we put in right here. So that's going to be that one. And hit enter. So let's see what C times S looks like. In matrix form, it's going to be 57.5, 118. So C times S is what is going to be entered right here. Oops, I can't see that. C times S. And state what the entries of CS represent. It represents the total cost in dollars of the ingredients for each shop.